Good afternoon guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you tuning in for the first time, welcome to Trocoquette. I just wanted to come on here today and do a little chit chat video because I haven't done one in a while. I'm actually on a really good phase in my life right about now, and I thought it'd be nice to just come here and talk to you. But hopefully it can give a lot of you some courage, especially if you are going through a tough time right now. I know a few people in my life that are going through a really tough time right now, and so this will be a small pick-me-up video to let you know that, you know what, if I've been there and I've managed to get out of it really strong, so can you. And so take it like it is. You guys like my feature world? It's something that I did recently to give me hope, to give me courage. I feel like when you go through a dark time, you're on your own and you're going through these dark phases when you think, what is it that I've done wrong? Why am I going through this phase right now? And what is it that I need to do in order to get out of it? And sometimes we hate the winter season in our life. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I posted something a few months ago about the winter season. I'm just gonna take my phone. So I'm just gonna read it through because this forms the basis of today's chit chat video. Winter is the coldest season of the year in polar and temperate climates. In many regions, it is associated with snow and freezing temperatures. You don't necessarily need to live in a cold country to know that winter gives the soul time to rest, but also replenishes it and kills parasites. To survive the harshness of winter, many animals have developed different behavior and morphological adaptations for overwintering. Because it is the easiest time to lose faith and courage, you need to make an effort to acknowledge when this season eventually comes in your life. A great way to live through it is by doing your research about topics or industry that interest you, asking yourself relevant questions, and of course reading more autobiographies because they give courage. As we start gearing up for the festive season, it's important to also take the time to reflect on the year that has gone by and choose to be a little wiser going forward. Be patient with yourself and others while enjoying the food and all kinds of treats, as well as the quality time spent with your loved ones. But remember that seasons come to pass. So even though I wrote it a few months ago, I think it's still relevant today, especially for the topic of today. Seasons come to pass. And it's true, you might be going through the winter of your life right now. Some of you might be in the summer, some of you are in the spring, or some of you are in autumn. Whatever season it is that you're going through now, believe that you are gonna get through it. You will get through it. A few days ago, I went through my very first Christian concert. I'm not the most religious person out there. I'm not gonna come here and I'll read you devotionals and read you the Bible, although it's something that I personally struggle with. But I strongly believe that there's a higher power and there's a God who watches over me. A God who always listens to me, especially when I'm in my darkest moment. And I pray to Him and I'm on my knees and I pray and I cry out to Him. He has a way of telling me that, you know what? I am here for you and I'll show you. You need to have this foundation. You need to have faith in whatever it is that you believe. For me, it's God. For you, it might be something different. But you need to have faith because it's important to have a good foundation. It's important to believe that, you know what? Yes, I'm going through a rough time now, but I will get through it. Because if you don't put that in your mind, for some reason, you get stuck into this dark season and this dark period that you're going in your life. So I want you to shift your thinking a little bit. I want you to first acknowledge that you're going through whatever season it is that you're going through, and whether it's a happy one, a bad one, or you're in the middle, it is a season and it will pass. So how can you enjoy the season? Or how, if it's a good one, how can you enjoy it and live in the moment? And if it's a really bad one, how can you live through it? What I do is I get really nervous, especially after I've gone through a really dark period and all of a sudden I'm going through a really good period. I'm almost, how can I say, scared and on my guard, as in, how long is this good period gonna last? Is it gonna last for a day? Is it gonna be a week? Is it gonna be a month? And I feel like I've gone through so many horrible or so many negative things in the past that I feel like if I'm too comfortable in enjoying the summer right now, I'm afraid that I'm gonna fall back on, you know, on my butt and be at a, you know, worse than I was before. Good people go through bad things, and then when you go through the good things, it is not up to you to worry about when the good thing is gonna end. It's up to you to just be in the moment and enjoy. In a nutshell, you are in this season right now for you to learn something. If you're going through something really tough, then what is it that you need to learn right about now? And this is where you need to shut all the noise, shut it all the naysayers, everybody else coming to you and trying to give you unsolicited advice. We know we have so many. It's up to you. It's up to you to do your due diligence and just shut everything down and be like, okay, this is what I'm experiencing right now. Why is it that I'm experiencing? Is it because of my previous actions? Is it because it's just the way it is? Is it now because I need to learn something right now in my life, or what is it? So you need to be able to do this exercise with yourself. No one is going to teach you how to do it. You can read books about how to do it. There's so many different self-help books out there, autobiography, things where you read, like I said in the quote, the winter of your life is a season where you need to read a lot of autobiography, because autobiographies give you courage. You might read an autobiography of someone that's going through the same things as you, and seeing how they've overcame it will give you courage to, if they could do it, okay, I'm not maybe them, but I can use some tips here and there of how they managed to overcome it, for me to be able to overcome it. And that's why autobiographies are really good. I'm reading Michelle Obama, Alive. It is a great, my God, as a first lady, first of all, I love her, but her book is just, it's like this this little adrenaline or not drug, but it's like this energy booster, this nothing can beat me attitude that I needed in my day, and I think it's helped shift my mindset right now. So I recommend it to read autobiography, read more books. Will give you this insight into thinking, okay, I thought here I was the only person in the world to go through this miserable time that I'm going right now, but guess what? Mandela went through the same thing, Obama went through the same thing, etc. I can name so many people who went through really difficult time in their lives and overcame those situations. So do yourself a favor and shut the outside voices, listen to the inside voices. It's always there. Just because you're not listening to it doesn't mean that it's not there. You need to physically and figuratively shut the voices out and listen to the voice within, because the voice within is the one speaking through your heart, is the one speaking to you, is usually the one that's putting you on the right path. When you don't have a lot of people to guide you in life, you feel like you're alone and you feel like you're going through certain things on your own. Well, sometimes you need to go through these things alone. It helps you understand who are your true friends, who are your true family members, and who is there for you when you need them the most. And sometimes it's just good to just be on your own. Like, the time is probably a way to teach you to listen and trust a little bit in yourself. I had to give myself courage in order to look and be confident and even come across as confident. It's a tremendous effort that you do as an introvert to just look like you got it all, believe me. So yeah, I just wanted to come here and chat with you guys because it was in my heart. It's okay to be in the moment. It's okay for you to be scared about what's next. It's okay, like, those are all true emotions. Those are all feelings engraved in us, and I mean, you can't shake it off. It's just there. But there are different techniques and different ways of managing those emotions and understand those emotions. Do your research. It's really important. A lot of the things that I know and a lot of the things that I managed to get through is through doing my due diligence, just reading and doing research and trying to find out, how can I solve this? How can I go through it? I'm one of those people. Google, how can I do it? I read articles, the recommended books. I'll download it on my Kobo book application and I start reading about it. And then before you know it, I have a few ways of how to deal with it. So yeah, do what it is that you need to do to make sure you're okay. Because you know what? If you are not making sure that you're okay, guess what? Who else will? So do yourself a favor. Guard your heart from terrible emotions. Guard your heart from all the negativity. And make sure you're okay no matter what season in the life you're going through right now. Make sure you're okay. Alright? And I hope this was able to help you in whatever it is that you're going through right now. Please, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video if you thought it helped you, or if you think it's gonna help someone else, tag them. And comment on the section down below. I read all of your comments. I try to answer all of them. And I'll see you. Bye.